When I was a municipal cop, I was sent to a missing juvenile call. The town I worked in was inner city and poor, but it was one of the better streets in town, and the family was squared away. Both the husband and wife were educators. While I was taking the report of their runaway teenage daughter in the family's living room, an older daughter who was in the room pointed toward the hallway and yelled, "Grandma." The husband ran into the hallway yelling, "Ma? Ma?" The husband returned to the living room and asked, "Officer, did you see her? Did you see my mother?" I told him I had not and asked him why it was remarkable that his mother had walked down the hallway. The husband replied, "She died last year. We see her walking around the house all the time." I took the rest of the report while standing on their front porch. Myself and my buddy on my squad responded to an alarm. The incident location was an old office-type building that had been converted into doctor's offices. There was a pharmacy attached to it as well. Our dispatch received a motion signal from an upstairs office. Keyholder arrives on scene and we go in to secure the building. The stairs were locked behind a door that, of course, the keyholder didn't have keys to, so we took the elevator up to the second floor. Not the most tactically sound option, I know. The elevator opens to a pitch-black hallway, except for one overhead light at the end of the hall. We start checking doors, and so far all secure. We get to the last office, and sure enough, the door is unlocked. We make entry and observe it to be an unused office. The door opened to a sizable waiting room and reception area. There were about 10 to 12 exam rooms, all clear with no hiccups. We exit the office, and immediately, something seems off. That is when I realized the overhead light at our end of the hallway that had been on was now off, replaced by another light over by the elevators. I look at my squad mate, and he looks completely white. I ask him what's wrong, and he responds, "Weren't all those doors we just checked closed and locked?" I say yes. Why? He says, "Well, now they're all standing open." Sure enough, all the offices down the hallway that we had just checked were now standing open. So we started clearing the offices again. We finished the last office, and on our way out, just before we turned the corner to get into the waiting room, the main door slammed shut. Then, our radios start going nuts with some kind of weird static feedback. Now I just want to get the hell out of here. We get back in the elevator and head down to the first floor to make contact with the key holder again. However, he's nowhere to be found. I contact dispatch and request a callback number for the key holder, so I can at least advise him of what we found. Dispatch states that the key holder was still on their way to us and was at least 5 minutes away. I advised dispatch that we already had been out here with the key holder. Dispatch requests that I give them a call. I call dispatch and she tells me that there's no way I could have been out here with a key holder. She states the alarm company had only just made contact with one. Eventually, the actual key holder arrives on scene, and when I ask her about the man, she asks me to describe him. So I did. She states that it sounds a lot like one of the doctors that used to lease the office on the second floor, at the end of the hallway. She then states that he committed suicide at his summer home several days ago. Hey y'all, I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, why not hit the like button? Or better yet, press the big red subscribe button to keep coming back for more. And I'll see you around the campfire.